What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and we got an interesting story. And then my interest is not in the orientation of this one particular person, but it's in the way that the media is covering it. And it's yet another perfect example of why women's sports need to be protected. There's a reason that there are separate categories for men and women in many sports. This particular one seems to be a rage issue. 25-year-old trans individual, cheerleader, a 25-year-old biological male, kicked out of cheer camp for choking female teammate for saying that that they are a man with, the equipment. But there's a lot more going to the story. Way that people are using selective editing and other issues going on. So the biological male was kicked out of summer cheerleading camp in Texas for reportedly putting their hands on someone else. The cheerleader Avery Chanel Medlock, 25, was booted from a cheer camp at Ranger College for, well, putting their hands on someone else. Early morning on July 22nd, Medlock and another cheerleader, only identified as Carly, got into a verbal altercation. Fox News reported that Medlock alleges that a teammate made phobic remarks, and racist too, of course, before the altercation, with a cell phone video showing other cheerleaders hiding in a room from the agitated Medlock. Yeah, I wonder, you have a full-grown biological man and these like little cheer women. Medlock, of course, gave their side of the story. Quote, "Well, guys, I'm officially retired as a cheerleader as of last night at 5:30 a.m. A girl on the team was being very disrespectful and told me that I'm a man with the junk and that guys should not be on the team." I mean, I agree with that. The cheerleading, I will say, that's probably, aren't there guys that do cheerleading too? I think so, right? Like, there's like guys that they're the ones that like toss biological men, that toss the women, stuff like that. So I think cheer is probably, I don't know. I stood up for myself, and then she called her mom and dad because she was scared because I stood up for myself. Her father said she still has testosterone and junk, and I will protect my daughter, essentially. Then they posted a video to social media where they went to the door of Carly's room and repeatedly said, "If anyone has a problem, come address it to my face like an adult." Carly contacted her dad about the incident and claimed that Medlock put their hands on her. Carly's father posted a message about the incident on social media. "I ask you, what would you have done when receiving this phone call at 1 o'clock in the morning from your daughters stating they had locked themselves in the room with other girls after the person you want to said you want to fight and proceeded to put their hands around my daughter's neck?" When PD purportedly questioned Medlock about the incident, she said she was only joking. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. I thought you said it never happened. KTAB and KRBC obtained a copy of the criminal citation and noted that there was a misdemeanor citation for physical contact. The Texas media outlets confirmed that the Eastland County District Attorney's Office said the citation was issued. So it did happen. Or at least there was reasonable evidence that it would happen. After the citation was issued, Medlock was kicked out of cheer camp and asked to leave. What a shock. Medlock claims that the college and her cheerleading coach didn't ask for her side of the story regarding the alleged incident. Medlock admitted that everyone at the college knew that she was trans and that they were very welcoming prior to the incident. Okay, that's fine. They knew I was trans. They knew that I was different from all the other girls, but it wasn't a big deal until her dad came up here and made a scene. Wait a minute. Her dad only came up there and made a scene after you put your hands on his daughter, I thought, if I understand the timeline correctly. Medlock allegedly was able to participate in the camp by changing her name 1 month before the camp began. Ranger College issued a statement. Ranger College takes all claims of this nature seriously and is committed to a learning environment free from discrimination. At this time, Ranger College is following all applicable regulations. I think you forgot to post a picture. Literally laughed out. Sans 237 filters. Cheerleader booted from camp, denies physical altercation fixed. It was, again, they put their hands on somebody. It's like they're worried about running defense. Now, I don't know what the age things are, but apparently the person on the receiving end of it was 17 and this person 25. And what's interesting is father of teen was said that there's edited the person who would behave poorly edited out the incident from the video to fit their narrative. The father of a Texas cheerleader allegedly, having someone put their hands on him, claims a video of the confrontation posted on social media cuts out the incident with his daughter and was edited to fit their narrative. Can we get the full version of the video and not the edited one to fit your narrative? Mike Jones wrote in July 26th heated Facebook post. As we wait for these investigations to get over, I just wonder when this person will own up to their actions and stop trying to ruin our lives. Avery Chanel Medlock, 25, posted a 4-minute video on Facebook after she was kicked off the Ranger College cheerleading camp for allegedly putting their hands around the throat of someone who was 17. The video shows Medlock and her posse hastily confronting a group of girls hiding behind a door for the duration of the recording. Jones claims that this is only a peek into what actually happened. After the Title IX investigation, I'm sure all the other videos will be released, which will show you that you posted an edited version to show your narrative, he wrote on Facebook. Put your hands. He says, I barely touched her. Well, so you're saying you did it as a joke? I don't know. I need to say something. Medlock can be heard saying in the video as she knocked on the door, why can't I stay in front of you all? What are you afraid of? Probably getting pummeled. Medlock posted the video of the incident alongside the caption, this video evidence that I never put my hands on her. Her father is going around saying I choked her out and I made her pass out. I couldn't even get into the room. Maybe that's true. Meanwhile, Jones claims the family was waiting for security cam footage to be released and show the extent of the incident. He claims Medlock cut out the actual incident. He said that he previously said she was just playing and therefore admitted to being physical. I would agree with that. I asked what you would have done when receiving a phone call at 1 o'clock in the morning with all this kind of stuff. You see this in the video. Medlock can be heard talking to the group of girls that were hiding away in the room. The only words that peeked through the door were, you're a man and you have junk. Medlock can be heard saying, if anyone has a problem, come address it to my face like an adult. She could be heard adding that I barely even touched her and that she was only joking. Well, so you admit it then, right? So you admit it. The claim by Medlock contradicts a Facebook claim that she, of course, did do this type of thing. The girls stayed behind the door until Medlock concluded, there's no beef between me and you. Sorry to upset you and make you feel scared and feel terrified. I never want you to do that. But anyways, don't F with me and I won't F with you. Have a good night. Maybe somebody realizing at that exact moment that they had made a mistake. Of course, received a criminal charge last week, and other teammates said they locked themselves in the locker room to hide. He was escorted from campus with police when they arrived with Carly's father. I have to ask, when a person like this cries wolf, whether it be race or gender, SA, or anybody out there needs a voice, leave it to them. I'm sure this happened. I'm sure there was some altercation or some argument. But again, this is just another example of like why women's sports needs to be protected. I just think like, do I think that a bunch of women in a locker room, biological women, are incapable of fighting? No, I'm sure they do. I'm sure that they fight with like emotional damage or whatever, they probably do get physical at times, that's the plot for a lot of those movies people like so much. But like, Again, you say you barely touched him. Well, then you admit that you did. B word, come outside then, she tells one of them. I mean, these women obviously feel unsafe, right? That women who had to lock the door and hide from this person. And I'm not sure exactly what this does to help trans individuals either. This is a disaster. This is a PR disaster. But, you know, the media will probably blame the other girls for being mean. I hope you enjoyed this video. We'll talk to you again real soon.